the concept of playing free in helping with the recovery of musician focal dystonia. By playing free, and I mean by that playing in a completely atonal and arrhythmic manner, can really help in freeing ourselves and finding our own movements. When we play our regular music, there is a lot of lines, a lot of musical sequence that we have already memorized. The problem is with the focal dystonia, if a bad note is embedded in those sequence, it's very hard to fix it because it's part of the whole sequence. So to be able to fix that sequence, you would have to basically explode the sequence, fix that note, and then reestablish the sequence. That is one of the reasons why a lot of therapists recommend that for a long time you do not play the old music that was in your repertoire, because that can really re-trigger your dystonia. So with the aspect of playing free, first, there is no more stress, there is no more preconceived idea, there is no more goal. You just play any sound. You even surprise yourself by playing sounds. It can be any sounds. Even with the notes, you can shape the note any way you want. The idea is falling in love again with your instrument and exploring the sound, exploring the instrument in a deeper way. By doing that, the instrument is not so foreign to you. It becomes really your friend. It becomes an extension of you. The whole idea is to stop making the instrument the enemy, the big block into being able to express those sounds that you wish to do. The concept of playing atonal is to really detect any pattern. So by playing completely free, you become very aware of what you are playing. And what I mean by that is you try to play from a completely random approach. And then if you detect in your playing any phrases, any repeated motif, you try to break them as soon as possible. The idea is that anything that comes out of your horn is totally fresh in the moment and is nothing regurgitated. So same with being completely free rhythmically. Start to find any type of musical rhythm, which is the same as talking. You can go ta-ta-ta-ta, pa, fa, chi, liada, bu-du-du-ba, kind of the same you would do with your talk. Sometimes you talk fast, sometimes you talk quick, sometimes you talk slow, or you can slow and quick. See if you can do the same with your instrument. By not playing to a beat, by not subdividing to beats, you free your hand. Otherwise, you tense yourself to play to a grid, and that can really increase your dystonia. The first approach is to play completely free, to play any sound like you're talking. You're not trying to read a book. You're not trying to say a story that someone else wrote. Express yourself. By doing that, you may start to connect with a different place. You may start to be able to express yourself through the sound in a different manner. That can become very free. Also, as you play those sounds, you're going to find that those movements become extremely free because those movements are your own. You're not trying to shape yourself to some already predefined lines. So, get your instrument and do anything with it. There is nothing that you cannot do. There is nothing that is wrong. There is no right and wrong. You want to blow through your instrument, you want to sing through it, you want to tap it, you want to scratch it, anything. You want to play as loud, as quiet, just have air come out of it. Or if it's a violin, just make it do the ugliest sound, the prettiest sound, anything. It's just pure sound exploration and the relationship of yourself to the instruments. And then after that, with atonal playing, see for how long you can play completely random notes before you find yourself falling into a pattern. Then break the pattern. It's a way of meditation. It's the same as basic meditation, where you try to quiet the mind. And anytime a phrase or voice pops in your head, like a little cloud going by, you try to stop it and cut the stream right there. Same thing with random playing. You're playing a stream. Anytime you realize there is a predefined pattern, or you realize you're playing something from the past, you're playing an arpeggio, you're playing something that was already learned, you break it and you go back to pure randomness. Same thing with a rhythm. See how many different rhythms you can play without repeating yourself, and which are not a subdivision of a beat. To be free of the grid, to play as you speak. Once you can find your original voice, you're gonna feel a lot freer. And in the work of finding this freedom, you're gonna be able to release some of the tension, some of the emotions, and some of that baggage which end up triggering the focal dystonia. The whole concept is there are no wrong notes. There are no right and wrong way to play. There is no right or wrong music. It's all self-expression, and whatever you play is okay. So don't judge, just play and find complete freedom with your instrument.